The Snake King, Gushirian, who had not taken a wife for thousands of years, suddenly issued a decree: the Snake Queen must be chosen from the Mu family lineage. My elder sister Mu Shi and I, Mu Wan, were both legitimate daughters of the Mu family, one with a once-in-a-millennium white snake bloodline, the other with a pure red snake bloodline. We had both long set our sights on the throne of Snake Queen. At the ceremony, after one glance at me, he walked towards me and grabbed me and said, "It's you. From this day forward, you are the Snake Queen. Greetings, Your Majesty the Snake Queen." In my first life, I spent half a month in advance figuring out the Snake King's preferences, and deliberately wore the pink-blue dress he cared about most. At the ceremony, he chose me at a single glance. After the marriage, for 3 years, he placed the greatest treasures of the 3 realms before me. Everyone said I was the most favored Snake Queen in 10,000 years. Then I became pregnant and carried his child for 10 months and laid a clutch of snake eggs for him. After giving birth, he came to see them, but he only glanced at them once. His face suddenly changed drastically. He threw me on floor and destroyed my eggs, and grabbed me by my throat and said, There is none of that aura. You are not the person this king is looking for. Guards, skin this wretch, tear her apart, and throw her into the mass grave. Burn the entire Mu clan with sulfur wine, wipe out their bloodline forever." And just like that, me and my clan end up getting killed. When I opened my eyes again, I pushed the dress onto my sister. "Sister, I'll give the position of Snake Queen to you. You must wear this dress to the ceremony. I'm begging you." In my second life, I woke up with the memories of the previous life. I thought that as long as I avoided the position of Snake Queen, avoided that pink-blue dress, I could escape the tragic fate of my clan being wiped out. But I never expected that the gears of fate would only grind down in an even more brutal way. My sister gave birth to beautiful red snake eggs. But after looking at them, he roared and transformed in his real form and said, "You shameless fraud, trying to pass off something fake as real. You're not it either." And just like previous life, we all were wiped out again. I opened my eyes and was sweating badly, but the feeling of being killed was still there. I'm back again. Back to the day the Snake Clan came to deliver the decree. 7 days before the selection ceremony. Who exactly is the Snake King trying to find? I turned back and see my sister gasping. She was terrified. She also has been reborn. Just then the imperial decree arrived. The man opened the decree as he said, "Elder Mu, it must be selected from your Mu family lineage." 7 days later at the selection ceremony, present the candidate. After hearing it, my father happily said, "May I trouble you to report back? This old man has 2 legitimate daughters. The eldest, Mu Shi, of pure red snake bloodline. The younger, Mu Wan, of 1,000-year white snake bloodline. Both are top-grade spirit snakes. It is only unknown whether His Majesty has any preferred standard in mind." The man laughs coldly and said, "His Majesty's thoughts. How could you and I possibly understand them? I will only remind Elder Mu of one thing. If the person selected does not enter His Majesty's eye and displeases him, then your Mu family branch, all 1,000 members, just wait for total destruction." Suddenly the screams from our past lives echoes in our ears. I rushed forward and kneel. While coughing I said, "Father, your daughter recently attempted to break through the transformation tribulation and suffered serious injury, damaging my foundation. In the future, I fear bearing offspring will be difficult. I truly cannot shoulder the responsibility of Snake Queen, nor serve His Majesty. I beg Father to judge clearly." After hearing me, my sister started crying and said, "Father, your daughter is unfilial. I have long already privately pledged myself to an outside snake man, and now I'm already with child. I truly have no qualification, nor face, to serve His Majesty." Our father turned red with rage, and said, "You too. In ordinary days, you fight until your heads bleed over a bit of cultivation resources. Now that this heaven-sent opportunity has fallen right onto your faces, you instead push it away again and again. What madness has seized you?" Our father looked at the man anxiously. He turned and said, "I do not care what tricks you are playing. In 7 days, you must give His Majesty an answer. If you cannot present a person, then the Mu family will wait for their destruction." After he left, our father slammed the teacup and said in anger, "Speak. What exactly is wrong with the 2 of you today? Mu Wan, your cultivation has been stable for 100 years. When did you ever attempt the transformation tribulation? Mu Shi, you have lived 500 years and never even held a male snake's hand. Where did this pregnancy come from?" So me and my sister discuss it, and after making a sound barrier, we tell everything to our father. He was shocked and said, "Could it really be the previous life? 2 lives. 2 lives you were both killed by him. The entire Mu family, all 1,000 members, all gone." He was devastated. Then, what kind of person is His Majesty actually looking for? You are 1 white snake, 1 red snake, both the purest bloodlines of the Mu family. How could both be wrong? Father, elder sister, and I also cannot understand. In the first life, the white snake eggs I gave birth to were not right. In the second life, the red snake eggs elder sister gave birth to were also not right. What he wants is not a snake queen at all, more like a female vessel that can give birth to a certain kind of snake eggs. Moreover, on the surface you only have elder sister and me as daughters. If both of us are not right, then who else could it be? Now is not the time to panic. We still have 7 days. We cannot sit and wait for death. Elder sister, you go to the clan library to check His Majesty's movements over the past 1,000 years, especially before he suddenly decided to take a queen. I will go investigate His Majesty's whereabouts and think of a way to interrogate the true standard for selecting the queen. We must, within 7 days, find the person he wants. Otherwise, the Mu family is truly finished. Alright, I spent a full 2 days bribing the Snake King's close attendants before learning that every afternoon he comes to this purple bamboo grove to regulate his breath. More importantly, I learned that he has planted an entire courtyard of orchid grass in the Snake Palace, and usually favors the scent of orchids the most. While I was at the bamboo grove, I suddenly felt a presence, and it was the king himself. He towards me and said, "Mu Chunlao's younger daughter, Muwan, this king has heard of your name. What? Unable to wait for the ceremony in 7 days, you came here specially to block this king, wanting to secure the position of Snake Queen in advance? Your majesty is mighty and unmatched, the faith of the entire spirit snake clan. Muwan has long admired your majesty. It is only that Muwan also fears her own shallow aptitude, fearing she cannot enter your majesty's eye, cannot become the perfect snake queen in your majesty's heart. That is why I dared to ask, your majesty, what kind of woman do you actually like? What kind of person is qualified to be your snake queen? He looked at me strangely. I became alarmed. He said, oh, you truly wish to know? I nodded. Then he said, this king has lived for thousands of years, has never taken a wife, and does not understand matters of love. But today, upon seeing you, I find your appearance quite pleasing. How about this? We need not wait 7 days. This king will now establish you as snake queen. How about it? Did you not say you admire this king? Hearing this, I immediately got the painful flashbacks. I stepped back and kneeled, and I said, to be favored by your majesty is Muwan's fortune of 3 lifetimes. Only, first, your majesty has not yet seen my elder sister. If the decision is made now, Muwan fears elder sister will feel resentment, and also fears your majesty may regret it in the future. Second, Muwan has already agreed with elder sister to compete fairly at the ceremony in 7 days. If we privately decide today, breaking the rules, it may invite gossip and harm your majesty's prestige. He looked at me and smiled. While leaving, he said, this king likes women who carry the scent of orchids. My eyes light up. Orchid fragrance. Another clue. Pink blue clothing. Orchid fragrance. What else? After that, I come to see my sister at library. Sister, how is it? Did you find anything? She replied, I searched through nearly 300 years of clan records and found something very strange. Our snake king, 100 years ago, once went alone to the 10,000 snake pit and stayed there for a full 3 months. After coming out, his temperament changed drastically. The 10,000 snake pit, that is the forbidden land of the spirit snake clan. Inside are all highly venomous black snakes who committed crimes worthy of extermination and had their cultivation abolished. No one has ever dared to enter. What did he go there for? Moreover, the records say that after he came out, he began collecting all kinds of orchid-scented fragrances, and even filled the snake palace with orchid grass, yet no one knows why. Our father suddenly slammed the teacup and started speaking like connecting dots. Pink blue clothing, orchid fragrance, 10,000 snake pit. I know who his majesty is looking for. Who is it? Father, who exactly is it? We both said at same time, but he paused. Then I said, Father, at a time like this, with the lives of our entire clan hanging on it, what is there left that you cannot say? He sighed and said, fine. Since matters have come to this, there is nothing to hide. The person his majesty is looking for is Wanru. We were shocked. Mu-11 angrily said, Wanru? How could it be her? That black snake servant who does chores in the woodshed? Now is not the time for complaints. Father, what exactly is Wanru's identity? Why would you think of her? While crying, he said, she is not a snake servant. She is my illegitimate daughter. 50 years ago, I was ordered to patrol outside the 10,000 snake pit. I was injured by a ferocious snake that escaped from within and fell into the pit. I was suffering from the toxic atmosphere of lust inside. In an unconscious state, I had entanglement with a black snake that had cultivated for many years. After I recovered and left, not long later, someone delivered the newborn Wanru to the Mu residence. Outwardly, it was only said she was a picked-up snake servant. I never acknowledged her identity. Her mother, while alive, loved most to wear pink blue clothing and naturally carried a faint orchid fragrance, the scent of the nether orchid grass unique to the 10,000 snake pit. Wanru, since childhood, has imitated her mother, year-round wearing washed faded pink blue old clothes, and her body always carries a faint orchid fragrance. I only connected these 3 clues together and then suddenly thought of her. I was relieved after hearing this. That's right. This time it absolutely cannot be wrong. It must be her. Then father took us to her place. He knocked the door. A girl wearing torn clothes stepped outside. She definitely smells like orchids. After seeing us, she kneels. Greetings, elder. Greetings, 2 young ladies. It was really orchid smell. After confirming that Wanru was the person the Snake King was looking for, our entire family let out a sigh of relief. We brought Wanru into the main courtyard, taught her etiquette, made her the most luxurious clothing. At the selection ceremony 7 days later, we directly pushed her in front of the Snake King. As expected, the moment the Snake King saw her, he suddenly stood up and decided on the spot. This is the Snake Queen this king has been searching for. After the grand wedding, the Snake King showed her extreme favor. Not long after, news came that Wanru was pregnant. He specially issued an order, summoning elder sister and me into the palace to serve. Watching us, she said mockingly, "Elder sisters, why do your expressions look so bad? Could it be that seeing your younger sister's current situation makes you uncomfortable?" Mu-11 was enraged, but I stopped her and said, "Your Majesty joking. That your Majesty can receive the king's favor. It's a blessing for the Mu family. It's not too late for us to be happy." Happy? Mu-1, Mu-Shi, when, in the Mu residence, did you ever look at me directly? You were high and mighty legitimate daughters. Even a leftover bite of food casually thrown to me by snake servants, I had to be grateful for. But now, I am the Snake Queen, the most honored woman of the Spirit Snake clan. When you see me, you can only lower your heads, bend your waists, and tuck your tails. She said that while laughing. I have lived 500 years and have barely even seen you a few times. When did I ever bully you? She continued and said, "Do you know? His Majesty treasures me dearly. The treasures of this palace are mine to choose, and rare treasures from the 3 realms are continuously sent over. And moreover, His Majesty wishes he could stick to my side all 12 hours of the day, except for eating and sleeping. He accompanies me at every moment. He's even too lazy to attend court. He even said, once I give birth, he will establish my child as the next Snake King." A thought flashed through my mind. In the first life, the Snake King was also like this, sticking to her at every moment, never leaving her side. In the second life, he said exactly the same words. No, something is wrong. This is not affection at all. He does not care who it is. What he cares about is only the child in the womb. He has never been looking for a snake queen. Then what exactly is he looking for? I tried to shake this off. No, that can't be. I must be overthinking. Wanru fits all the clues perfectly. Nothing should go wrong. Days passed one by one. Soon, it was the day Wanru gave birth. She was screaming, "Your Majesty, push harder. The head is visible." Snake King was waiting outside alongside us. Seeing me anxious, my sister assured me and said, "Don't worry. This time there absolutely won't be a problem. Wanru is exactly the person he's looking for. We will definitely survive." I cleared sweat from my forehead. I must be overthinking. The maid suddenly rushed out. "Congratulations, Your Majesty. Congratulations. Her Majesty has safely given birth 8 healthy snake eggs. Mother and children are safe." Hearing this, he was enraged and rushed inside. After a moment, he comes back and said, "Outrageous Mu family. How dare you use a lowly black snake to impersonate the person this king is searching for and deceive me? Guards, arrest the entire Mu family. Chop them into pieces, throw them into the demon refining cauldron, grind them into paste and refine them into pills." Hearing this, my father and sister fell to ground. How could this be? Pink blue clothing, orchid fragrance, 10,000 snake pit bloodline, all matched. Why is it still wrong? What exactly is he looking for? The 10,000 snake pit, orchid fragrance, delivery room, snake eggs. He doesn't want a snake queen, doesn't want bloodline. He wants, I suddenly remember something. Once I give birth, he will establish my child as the next snake king. An idea crossed through my mind. I stepped in front of guards to stop them. Then I kneel in front of Snake King, grab his feet and beg him, Your Majesty, I know now who the snake queen you're looking for really is. Your Majesty, earlier it was my foolishness that chose the wrong person. I beg Your Majesty to be generous and give me one more chance. 7 days, no, just 3 days. In 3 days, I will definitely present the most satisfactory snake queen candidate for Your Majesty. In this case, he glanced at me and said, "This king can grant you one final chance. But if this time you found the wrong person again, not only your clan of spirit snakes, but every spirit snake related to your family will all die. Muwan, so many lives are all in your single thought." After saying that, he left. Just then my father and sister came running to me. "Do you really know who the snake queen is?" I thought for a second, then said, "Not certain, but it can be tried." "Try? What do you mean try? You say try? What exactly do you mean?" "Originally, His Majesty only intended to kill your one family, but with your added words, gaining 3 extra days of life, we have all been dragged into this. If you do not have full certainty, how dare you speak such wild words before His Majesty?" My father pushed these people aside and said, "Muwan, your father's life depends entirely on you now." Then my sister came forward. "Yes, little sister. Although elder sister usually competes with you, this time we can only rely on you. I think and tell my sister the plan." Isn't this a bit too absurd? What do you need those things for?" I said. "If elder sister trusts me, then this is the only way for our family to survive." After that, I went to the spirit snake clan's library. "Muwan, the snakes, insects, rats, and ants you wanted, I have gathered them all for you. I truly don't understand. What do these filthy things have to do with the snake queen?" From that moment on, I never stepped out of the library. Whenever clan members came to inquire about news and saw me surrounded by piles of snakes, insects, and vermin, they all said I must have gone mad from fear of death. I treated it all as if I did not hear. After 3 days had passed, the king approached me himself and said, "3 days have passed. Muwan, where is this king's snake queen?" I appeared calm and ordered to bring it. Then a large box was brought. I said, "The snake queen Your Majesty seeks is inside." Seeing this, people gossiped. It is said that the Mu family's daughters are all extraordinarily talented, but this Muwan behaves so strangely. She truly seems abnormal. Yes, in merely 3 days, how could she possibly conjure the snake queen His Majesty wants out of thin air? Alas, it is just a pity. Elder Mu's entire branch of spirit snakes will all be destroyed by her. "Muwan, are you certain? If the person inside is not who this king wants, your end will be miserable." I replied, "Muwan would not dare deceive Your Majesty. If Your Majesty does not believe it, open the lid and see." When the lid got removed, there was a fat and dirty woman. She stepped out. Everyone was shocked seeing this. "Muwan, you actually found such an ugly woman to present to His Majesty. What do you mean by this? How dare you show such disrespect to His Majesty?" "Yes, Your Majesty, please execute Muwan on the spot." When King see her, he instantly got attracted to her aura and said, "Correct. This is exactly the snake queen this king is looking for." He hugged her and everyone was stunned. "Spare them. Lightly dismiss their crimes." After saying this, he left with her. Could it be that our snake king has such heavy tastes? Yes, clearly that woman is not wearing pink blue clothing, nor does she carry any orchid fragrance. Why would the snake king still favor her so much? I removed sweat from my forehead and said, "Now is not the time to discuss this. Our crisis has not yet been resolved. As long as 1 day has not passed after the snake queen gives birth, we cannot relax for even a day." 3 days later, the snake king truly doted on this new snake queen to the extreme. If anyone dared say a single bad word about her, the snake king would immediately tear that person into pieces. Everyone wished to stay far away from the snake queen, yet I voluntarily requested to enter the palace to serve her. When elder sister heard this, she tried her utmost to stop me. "You are entering the palace at this time. If you accidentally offend the snake king, you won't even know how you die. I have already made up my mind. The ugly queen treats me badly, but I still serve her without complaining." Then one day the king said, "Muwan, you are very clever, and you know how to act according to the situation. You are unlike any spirit snake woman this king has ever seen. This king remembers, you once admired this king greatly. How about this? This king will make you a consort." consort. Only, as a consort, you would not have the qualification to bear this king's child. Would you still be willing? But remembering past, I kneel and said, Your Majesty, please forgive me. Muon only wishes to wholeheartedly serve the Snake Queen. I truly do not have the qualifications to become your Majesty's consort. He got frustrated and said, not knowing what's good for you. This king has already given you a chance. Since you refuse to appreciate it, then withdraw. I fled from there. Days passed one after another. Finally, it arrived, the day the Snake Queen gave birth. Sister said, Muon, this time, will something happen again? I assured it won't. Then the king came outside in fury and said, Muon, you dare deceive this king again. The person you found for this king, what exactly is she? Guards, drag them all out and execute them. Everyone dropped to their knees with fear. But I said calmly, Your Majesty, are you so enraged because I found the wrong person? Or because I found the right one, so right that it makes you afraid? With red eyes he said, What do you mean by that? I stepped forward and said white snake eggs were not right. Red snake eggs were not right. Even black snake eggs were still not right. Then what kind of snake eggs must be born to qualify as your Majesty's Snake Queen? Or could it be that the Snake Queen in your Majesty's mind should not be giving birth to snake eggs at all? He was caught off guard and said, Muon, what are you trying to say? This king is a dignified snake king. If not snake eggs, what else would I want? In that case, does your Majesty dare to take out the eggs the Snake Queen has just given birth to and let everyone see? He was sweating and clenching his fists hard. I brought the newborn in front of everyone and said, Let all the clans present open their eyes wide and take a good look. What exactly did our Snake King produce? Everyone was shocked and afraid. Heavens, how could our Snake King give birth to a lizard? Gushurya, at this point, what is there left for you to deny? You are not the Snake King of our Spirit Snake clan at all, but a filthy, ugly, despicable lizard demon. All the clans have been thoroughly deceived by you. Correct. This is the truth I arrived at after 3 lifetimes. These past days, I remained in the library precisely to confirm this conclusion. From the moment Gushurya, no matter whom he chose as Snake Queen, always rushed them to bear children, I began to feel suspicion. Furthermore, over the past thousands of years, previous Snake Kings, though not benevolent, were never deliberately murderous. Yet Gushurya, merely because the chosen Snake Queen did not satisfy him, execute entire clans of minor demons. This kind of cruelty made me even more doubtful, until I found, within the library, a fragment of ancient secret history of the Spirit Snake clan. Only then did I suddenly understand. 1,500 years ago, the Spirit Snake clan and the Lizard clan once erupted into a great war. At that time, just as the Snake King was about to transform into a dragon and ascend, he was suddenly ambushed by the Lizard King and died on the spot. From that moment, the Spirit Snake clan launched endless retaliation against the Lizard clan. The previous Lizard King was also hunted down and killed by several snake elders. From then on, the Lizard clan was exterminated, and according to the records, that Lizard King most loved to wear pink-blue clothing and always carried a faint orchid fragrance. So Gushurya is, in all likelihood, the descendant of that Lizard King. When the real Snake King was severely injured and fell into the 10,000 snake pit, he killed him, took his essence blood, transformed himself, and replaced him. And his grand selection of a Snake Queen was never for marriage, but for revenge. No matter which spirit snake woman he married, after giving birth, he would never be satisfied. Because, how could a snake possibly give birth to a lizard? In the first life, what he said was, how could my Snake Queen give birth to white snake eggs? The key point was never the color, but the fact that they were snake eggs. From the very beginning, his purpose was to find an excuse to massacre the Spirit Snake clan and refine them into his cultivation. And the reason he chose our family first was because father is the most senior elder of the clan, and even participated in the encirclement and killing of the Lizard King back then. So naturally, he would strike at us first. After refining our branch, he would continue under the pretense of selecting a queen, slaughtering the remaining spirit snakes, until the very last one was dead. Of course, if I had directly spoken the full truth, no one would have believed me, so I deliberately found a woman of the Lizard clan, and even prepared medicine that has a fatal attraction to lizard kind. Speaking of which, to concoct that medicine, I worked day and night in the library with snakes, insects, and vermin for 3 days without rest. I, Muon, truly exhausted my efforts for the Spirit Snake clan. Then he laughed mockingly and said, What a brilliant and bold deduction. Muon, you are even more clever than I imagined. To think you could guess this. And he transformed in its real form and said, However, in these 100 years, I have absorbed the essence blood of countless spirit snakes. My cultivation has already reached its peak. You lowly creatures, even if you know the truth, what of it? Who among you can do anything to me? Everything erupted in chaos. Heavens, he is too strong. Muon, even if all of us together attack, we are likely not his match. I stayed calm. You still have a trump card? She said admiringly. Otherwise, relying on you simpletons, the Spirit Snake clan would have been exterminated 800 times already. Putting on airs. Muon, at this point, what other methods could you possibly have? This king will give you one final chance. In consideration of your intelligence, are you willing to become this king's queen? As long as you agree, after I kill all spirit snakes, I will spare your life. As expected, back in the palace, when you asked me whether I would become a consort, and said regretfully that I could not bear your child, you were actually hinting that you could spare my life. I don't have the ability to serve a disgusting, old, ugly lizard like you. He was enraged and said refuse a toast only to be forced to drink a forfeit. Everyone were defeated. In these 100 years, he does not know how many clan members' essence blood he has devoured, Mu 11 said. Not good. Hurry, quick. What trump card do you still have? Use it now. My meridians are about to be shattered by him. I looked at her and said, after this, you are not allowed to compete with me again. I won't. I promise I'll yield everything to you. Listen listen to everything you say. Good. As I stepped forward I said, Goo sure yeah, you wouldn't think I truly have a natural tendency to serve that lizard queen of yours, would you? He panicked. What do you mean? What is happening? This is the great protective formation passed down from ancient times of the spirit snake clan. Only those with the purest bloodline can activate it. The time I spent in the snake palace was not for nothing. If not to set up this formation, then for what? That's right, I had long anticipated that after exposing your scheme, you would lash out in desperation. So I set up this formation in advance, just for this very moment. Enraged he said, you vicious, calculating monster. How can there be someone as scheming as you in this world? If I were not scheming, I would have long since been killed by you. Now that you are about to die, you still dare to accuse me? Goo sure yeah. At last, it is completely over. Everyone was stunned. After all these lives it was over. Just like that his power was seized and was killed by my hands. Everyone in crowd erupted in cheers. My sister was full of admiration, and father was also proud. Afterward, all the clans unanimously pushed me to become the new Snake King. The cultivation bottleneck that had troubled me for so long unexpectedly broke through. Another 500 years passed. I achieved great success in cultivation. I know, the challenges awaiting me have only just begun.